Let's take a look at the lineups then, starting with seven-time FA Cup winners Liverpool. And what a strong team this is, arguably stronger than the team that lost at Manchester United last weekend. Andy Carroll is in to partner Luis Suarez. Charlie Adam and Jamie Carragher also return in place of Dirk Kuyt and Jay Spearing. Carragher equals Ian Callaghan's record of 210 cup games for Liverpool.
A very strong Liverpool lineup, big statement of intent from Kenny Dalglish. The Suarez-Carroll partnership still in its infancy. Gerrard always driving on from midfield alongside Adam. The width coming from Henderson and Downing. A strong, experienced back four with Rayner so solid in goal behind them.
Well, Brighton are 12-1 to pull off a shock win here. Gus Poyet's focus undoubtedly on reaching the playoffs, but he has a strong affection for this competition. 3 changes from the side that drew with Millwall. Fullback Adam Elab to replace his on-loan Joe Mattock. And in-form winger Will Buckley returns in place of Gonzalo Jara-Reyes. Record signing Craig McHale-Smith's only on the bench. Kazenga Luar earns a start after scoring a beauty in midweek.
Great opportunity for Brighton to show their stuff against another passing team. Bridcut and Navarro will pull strings from midfield. Luar, Buckley and Barnes have to support Vokes, have to get themselves forward. Dunk is attracting an awful lot of attention at centre-half. The giant Brezovan in goal behind them.
Gary Taphouse and Matt Jackson at Anfield for you for what we hope will be a thrilling final tie of this year's FA Cup 5th round. Brighton 9th in the Championship after emerging from their mid-season slump. They began life, of course, after promotion from League One in scintillating style. They looked a decent bet to copy what Norwich did recently by securing back-to-back promotions. And they did have a poor run of results, but just signs recently, Matt, that they are getting right back to top form.
No, they've played very well. Tough to come up the divisions quickly. Certainly playing the style of football that they play. You have to dominate your players, to dominate with that possession. But this will be a big test for them today. Gus Poyet will not send them out to play any different way, will not change their style, preaches that playing philosophy. It'll be very interesting when they come up against one of the best sides in the country here at Anfield today.
Well, will it be the Suarez show like we saw on that flag? Carroll and Suarez partnered together. A lot of talk about that partnership. Can it work? Well, they have scored 10 goals in between them when partnered together. And certainly when you look at them on paper, it should be the perfect match really for a strike partnership. And they get another chance to impress as a duo here this afternoon. All the factors in place for a cracking FA Cup tie. Alan Navarro there, who was a Liverpool youngster. There is Jimmy Case, a Liverpool legend, commentating on local radio today. So a home tie in the quarter-finals with Stoke City is the prize for the winners here. Could playoff chasing Brighton pull off a major shock at an expectant Anfield. Liverpool already through to the League Cup final at Wembley next week. And with both Manchester clubs out of this competition, they'll be thinking they've got a real chance of a cup double. Brighton haven't won away to a top-flight club since beating Newcastle at St James's Park in 1986. They did, of course, beat Newcastle in the last round. There is Gus Poyet, who is a strong supporter of Luis Suarez in the recent race controversy. Countryman, of course, from Uruguay. He's been something of a mentor, actually, to Suarez. They have spoken around about 15 times on the phone since he moved to Liverpool under Kenny Dalglish, who put a lot of faith in him. His big money move from Ajax. It's an episode that Dalglish is glad to have out of the way. You can expect Brighton to play with a lot of freedom here. They play football the right way under Gus Poyet. They don't like to be defensive.
I'm interested to see today how they cope with the change up front. I've seen them play this formation with Mikhail Smith up there, and his work rate allows them to play elsewhere on the field. Just missing the long ball, being allowed to run out of play in front of the packed hordes. Made the long journey up from Brighton. But Mikhail Smith really allows, because of his work rate, he can really occupy a back four on his own. Vokes has to recreate that sort of play. But they are a really attractive side. Already we just see goalkeeper Brezovani will always look to kick it short, to roll the ball out whenever he can, build attacks from the back. And it's brave, it's a really brave way to play, but this is a big test for them today.
Well, referee Andre Mariner just having a word with the big Slovakian goalkeeper, unhappy about the positioning of his water bottle in case a ball hits that and rebounds to safety, presumably. Perhaps with the balloon incident at Sunderland in mind, which also featured Liverpool, although not Andre Mariner. Stuart Downing. Here's Enrique at left back for Liverpool. And Charlie Adam. Jamie Carragher, who's been involved in some home upsets in this competition with Liverpool over the years. Doesn't want another one to add to the collection. Blackburn, Palace, Barnsley and Reading have all won here in the FA Cup over the years, while Carragher's been in that defence. Liverpool certainly looking to mark their stamp early on here, dominating the possession.
Still an intimidating venue for people. Let's come and walk under that. This is Anfield sign. Look at the likes of Gerrard and Carragher. Okay, it's coming towards the end of a fantastic career, but still an intimidating place to come and get a result.
This is Enrique. That's nicely played. The goalkeeper has to scramble to his right-hand side. It's a corner. Stuart Downing trying his luck.
Early passages of play from Liverpool. Just trying to whip this down and back across goal. It's good reactions from Brezovan. Paul would have dipped in under that crossbar.
Struggled for goals, hasn't he, Stuart Downing? Since his big move, his only goal actually came in the third round here against Oldham. It's his 16th appearance at Anfield in a Liverpool shirt. A battle there between Andy Carroll and the defender.
It will be a good battle as well. Two tough men.
Oh, how does the referee pick the bones out of that? What a tussle. It's in. Liverpool with the perfect start here. Martin Skirtle with a free header near post. And it's 1-0 inside 5 minutes.
And it started really brightly. Liverpool. It's just a ball whipped in from Gerrard to that danger zone. Will attack the ball so well, Skirtle. Everyone's looking at Alab. They'll be disappointed, Brighton, that he gets in front of two markers at the front post, and the pace of the ball takes it past Brezovan before he can react at all. Not a good goal. They would have worked hard on the set pieces, Brighton. That would disappoint Gus Poyet. It makes it very tough for his team from here.
Well, Kenny Dalglish celebrating, and rightly so. Skirtle's third goal of the season, always a threat when he goes forward for those set pieces. They've enjoyed scoring past Brezovan at the other end. Maybe a chance straight away for Brighton, which Pepe Reina was equal to. Sam Vokes on loan from Wolves scored his first goal for the club last week.
Well, this is certainly a chance. It's a good reaction from Brighton. Will be feeling a bit sorry for themselves. I'm sure they would have stressed that how important it was to try and keep it tight in the early stages. Try and keep the scores at parity for the first 15-20 minutes or so.
Forward by Alabt, who was having that tussle with Andy Carroll on the corner that led to the goal. Awful goal for Brighton to concede so early in the game. From a neutral point of view, exactly what the game didn't need. There's their captain, Gordon Greer, the Scot. Dunk. Very highly sought after in the Championship. Having a good season. Calderon, the Spaniard, back to Greer. Dunk will build from the back again. Liverpool happy to let Brighton have it there. Lualua with the nudge back. And Brighton will always get plenty of players forward. Calderon with the cross. It was a tricky bounce for Jordan Henderson. Another great touch from Suarez. Allowed Navarro to make the challenge. It's Lualua once more. Scored with a blistering 30-yard free kick in the draw with Millwall to pinch a point. Here's Suarez. Not able to advance. Gerrard. Adam. Downing. Enrique. Adam. Every Liverpool player fancying a touch of the ball early on here.
However big a team you are, there's always some nerves when it comes to the cup. You never want to be the statistic, never want to be the upset. But that early goal will certainly have soothed those nerves for Liverpool. Got enough experienced players. And give them time and confidence, can often be a dangerous combination.
Unbeaten at home this season, Liverpool. Adam with a tame effort, really. But they have had a lot of draws, haven't they? 9 of them. And 6 wins.
Certainly high standards around the club. Big expectation for the fans. Some of the most knowledgeable fans in the game. But they do have those big expectations. And it hasn't been easy for that man, Kenny Dalglish. Such a legend here. Never great you have to retrieve the ball yourself as well. Surely Kenny's done enough to have a ball boy stood by him.
Well, he's been quick to point out that it's a big improvement on where they were a year ago. But they're still well off the pace in terms of the Premier League title. And they've got a real fight to challenge for 4th. And here come Brighton. Up in the air by Skirtle, the goal scorer. Super catch for Reina. Good throw that bypasses Lualua. Gerrard to Andy Carroll. Gerrard to Suarez now. Little flick to Carroll. The his side is Downing. They'll waste no time in getting the ball in. It'll be a corner off Calderon.
I think just the encouragement of seeing a Suarez flick to Carroll, seeing some interaction between the front two. I'm sure Kenny will be desperate to make that partnership work. Seems like it should do. Quite right, Gary, at the top of the programme to talk about how it should do. Big man, little man, great movement. I think they benefit as well from having Gerrard in the side because he allows them to play short and through midfield rather than just launching it and being direct.
Well, they scored from their first corner. Here's their second. The goalkeeper not terribly convincing. Brezovan, but Brighton get the free kick.
He should be a favourite with anything above shoulder height because he's a big man. Had no chance with the first from the first set piece. A disappointing thing for Brighton when it's flicked from outside of the goal. You'd expect your defenders to be doing a little bit more to help you out.
Dunk. Brezovan. Navarro. Brighton fans having a pop at Andy Carroll, who they feel was whinging a little bit to the referee just now. And certainly he is struggling to live up to that enormous £35 million price tag. Another opportunity for him today. This was the tussle with El Abd. What's that got to do with the ball?
Actually looks like you could stick those two in a cage fight, don't you, and get as much entertainment.
No one in front of us.
He's certainly a combative character. El Abd, strong boy. Fierce will to win as well.
Important touch there from Greer. They want to get themselves in a mess here, Brighton. Well played by Calderon. Now, kids, the Championship side make some ground with Will Buckley, who has been in sparkling form. £1 million man. That was a Brighton club record when he signed, before Michael Smith eclipsed that quite substantially. Forward by Bridcut to El Abd. That's a disappointing ball cut out by Gerrard.
I think Gus will be a bit disappointed. They haven't had any decent passages of play, haven't had any flowing passing movements. Liverpool certainly settled and been buoyed by that early goal. It's a great pass.
From Charlie Adam to Downing. Early ball in, an absolute beauty. Well dealt with in the end by Dunn.
Fantastic ball in from Downing. Will supply great ammunition. I know he's taken a little bit of stick from the Liverpool fans, but he will always whip the ball into the box, and Andy Carroll's getting service like that regularly. He will certainly score goals.
Bridcut was plucked from the obscurity of Chelsea's reserves. Knocked back by Calderon. Dunk. Lualawa. Offers a different threat down the left, but Buckley does on the right. Not afraid to use different systems and formations. He's used 6 or 7 different ones this season, depending on the opposition. Henderson. Enrique to Downing. It's all rather easy for Liverpool in the opening stages.
Difficult decisions really for Brighton, because they don't want to open themselves up too much, go all out attack, getting back into the game, but concede and effectively lose the game in the first, well, certainly the first half, but even the first half of the first half, if Liverpool do manage to score again. Not too many teams come from 2-0 down at Anfield to get anything.
Gerrard. Fantastic goal-scoring record in the FA Cup, Gerrard, in recent years. Liverpool will get a free kick here. Enrique and his route blocked by Calderon. Spanish connection there. Oh, Gerrard allowed to strike. 8 goals in his last 11 FA Cup starts.
Again, Brighton have switched off from the... She's really dangerous. Gerrard looks pretty nonplussed, the goalkeeper. It's a decent enough strike. Probably just felt he had it covered all along, but you can't go dead when the ball's not in play, because the best players will exploit that time. And he's certainly one of the best players around.
One of his most memorable moments, of course, came in that 2006 final. And that last gasp equaliser against West Ham United. El Abd beats the ball by Suarez, who then loses it. Here's Lualawa. Oh, taking it on and finding himself tripped by Henderson.
Just as he was about to pull the trigger as well. He's dangerous cutting in, can strike the ball fiercely. It's a quick change of pace. I'd like to see him score, because his goal celebrations are normally something to behold as well. First real sighted goal here though for Brighton. Free kick 25 yards or so.
Well, not a million miles away from where Lualawa did score against Millwall in the week. His first goal for what, 15 months? Could he score another equaliser here? Lualawa does strike it. Oh, an astounding equaliser! A magnificent goal from Kazenga Lualawa. 1-1. Pepe Reina barely moved.
Well, I think it goes through the wall. It must go through the wall to end up in that corner. The way that he struck it. If it's gone through the wall, he'll be absolutely livid. Pepe Reina. What a strike! Ball never leaves the turf.
Well, where is the wall?
It goes through the bodies. I think it's cute. I mean, it's a great strike, absolute fantastic strike. I think Brighton are clever. They have players in the wall that, well, basically commit a foul and push the end players on the wall around to leave that gap. So it's not like it's gone between players that are actually stood in the wall, but only actually looked like a three-man wall as well, which is a little bit surprising.
Well, as you say, a few demolition experts in that wall, and having scored with a blistering free kick in midweek, he's done it again here at Anfield. Referee justifying his place at the expense of Craig McHale-Smith.
There's goal celebrations, which is something to behold. I think he shocked himself because he normally does a backflip and all kinds, doesn't he? Probably conserving his energy. Great for the game, though.
What a shocker for the Liverpool faithful here. Headed by Glenn Johnson. Liverpool had started the game in complete control. Scored an early goal, exactly what they would have wanted. It'll do wonders for the Seagulls' confidence. The senior side can see too many at Anfield this season, even though they are unbeaten.
Certainly in those circumstances as well, because set pieces are something you plan for offensively and defensively. There certainly has been something wrong there, whether he didn't have enough bodies in the wall or Pepe Reina's starting position is wrong, just to not allow him to get across to that side of the goal. But when you can set up to stop things like that happening, Kenny will certainly be livid.
Dunk. Well, this FA Cup fifth round hasn't disappointed in terms of action. And we have another cracking tie on our hands here. Back pass by Charlie Adam. Carragher. Already second to Ian Callaghan in terms of Liverpool's all-time appearances. Now he equals his cup record today, 210. Astonishing. Adam. Here's Suarez. Like you need me to tell you with that reaction from the Brighton fans. Well played, Calderon. And Skirtle, the challenge on Vokes. The referee thought the big Welshman went down rather easily there. 20 minutes gone, all square on Merseyside. Carroll to Suarez. Now Downing. Suarez back to Downing. Lovely football and hacked away. Well, it was an impossible angle really for Downing, but he managed to get the shot goal bound in by Adam towards Carroll. Really well defended and the flag was up.
Very good defending. You know you have Carroll on your shoulder, and again he'll like this service. Adam this time whipping the ball in with that left foot of his. He's been a threat as well, Downing, down the left-hand side, busy and elusive. Gets the ball back into a really dangerous area.
Well, Downing was bought, wasn't he, to supply the ammunition for Andy Carroll. In fact, it was Adam who provided the second cross. Carroll found himself standing in an offside position.
I did hear a statistic on Downing during the week that he's got the most crosses that nobody's scored from this season, which either is they're not getting themselves on the end of them as players, or the quality of crossing hasn't been good enough. So it'll be interesting to see which side he argues.
I wonder.
But he certainly is a player who's got that ability to get down the line.
Downing again. Here's Gerrard. Liverpool perhaps a little bit rattled by that equalising goal from Brighton. Just got a shot there of the lifetime president of Brighton, Dick Knights. Could have thoroughly enjoyed that goal. He won't want his side to concede too many corners there, as Lewis Duncan's just done. Bearing in mind Liverpool scored from their first one. Number 3, whipped in and dealt with. Henderson. Skirtle popping up on the right wing. Now Adam. Downing. Well, they do look a little bit panicky when the ball's played into their box. Simple as that.
Haven't been sharp on set pieces. We saw the quick free kick taken. Obviously the goal came from a corner on this side. It just allowed Liverpool to take a short corner as well. You can't keep taking those chances, that you will get punished.
Suarez, fabulous turn, brilliant from Suarez. Carroll. Oh, both of them denied. Adam, Gerrard. Adam to Downing, off counter on.
Sharp, isn't he? Comes alive in the box so well, Suarez. Great ability.
Downing's cross again. Certainly been getting those centres in right from the word go.
I think the intention is that he's going to cross the ball, so great for Carroll as a centre forward. You know the ball's coming in. You see he takes one touch in that last. Okay, it wasn't a great ball in, but at least the intention's there, so Carroll can keep getting himself across the middle of that 6-yard box, and he will score goals from headers for sure.
Five goals he scored in that cup run for Chelsea in 2000 when they won the final at the old Wembley against Aston Villa. Scored 2 in the semi-final against Newcastle, Gus Poyet. He dreams of managing in the Premier League again, ideally with Brighton. One or two whispers that he might be up for Tottenham if Harry Redknapp goes to England. Down goes Suarez, free kick. Taken quickly by Adam. Henderson. Buckley. Lost the ball to Enrique. Oh, mesmerising run from him. But it was a left-back strike with his right boot.
They always look a bit reluctant, don't they, when they know they have to crank the right foot up. As well, good pace again, cutting in field. And he knows at this point he's going to have to pull the trigger with his right. Just pulls across the ball. Been a good player though, good signing for Liverpool. Gives them a bit of solidity at left back. Has that ability to join in as well.
£6 million. Kenny Dalglish paid Newcastle back in August for Enrique. Good cuts. Enrique did well there. And again. Past Buckley. Suarez. Now Gerrard. Back to Suarez. Letting fly, but wide.
Has to be something very special from this range. Good interplay game with Gerrard. Always quick to pick out a pass. Good vision. This one does sit nicely for Suarez. Just cuts across it, slashes the ball wide of that left hand upright. I certainly think Suarez will be delighted to have Gerrard back on a weekly basis in the centre of that midfield. Just calms the team down. Such a big presence. And there's that red shirt on.
Liverpool have already beaten Brighton once this season in the League Cup at the Amex Stadium. The 2 goal scorers that day, Notty and Rush, by the way, who is sitting watching with interest. Craig Bellamy and Dirk Kuyt. Bellamy not among the subs today, perhaps surprising. Lualawa's ball in. And Vokes volleying over, not getting the corner he was asking for.
He's not had much service. Obviously a big battle for Vokes today, going up against Skirtle, who's very physical. Obviously Jamie Carragher knows his way around the cup tie, as we've already heard. So a tough ask for him today. He's going to have to work a real shift up there, be as good a target man as possible, and take every chance to hold the ball up when he does get any played up to him.
Well, he's the type of centre-forward that likes to stay up there, isn't he? Oh, here's Suarez, what a run! Oh, a magnificent clearance off the line by Calderon!
This is fantastic from Suarez. The final touch, he takes it so quickly with the outside of his right foot. Great balance, just hits the ball straight away. Goalkeeper can't dive. Calderon, fantastic positional sense. Just going the extra yard to get back and around. So dangerous, though, Suarez, when he gets into that box. Such a will to go and score.
Here's the Carroll El Abd show again. It's like Big Daddy wrestling, isn't it? All over again. Fourth corner. Oh, goalkeeper not very convincing again. Downing chips it back in. And they get away with it. Lualawa. A curious run. But he's managed to do very well in the end. And could Brighton counter? Buckley. He's always such a good outlet. Vokes in the middle.
Been a bit disappointed so far, Buckley. Player with great potential, great skill. Did very well against Newcastle in the last round. Set up their victory. Hasn't had much of the ball here today.
Charlie Adam. Well, we know he's got a decent strike on him.
Good open game as well. Maybe too open for Gus Poyet. It's a decent strike. People pretty laid back.
This is extraordinary, isn't it?
Oh, they're just getting to know each other, they're fine. That was an interesting collision. Andre Mariner trying to get involved in the game.
We need to get involved in that confrontation.
This is a funny one, isn't it, for referees, because he obviously knows it's going on, because he had a word with them at that first corner. So does he just turn a blind eye to it for the rest of the game? Obviously, if he looks and sees El Abd doing that, he's going to have to give a penalty. So it is, I mean, I know we have the conversation a million times, but it's just such a strange situation.
Suarez, Gerrard. Well, Andy Carroll felt he was being obstructed again. Absolutely barking at Andre Mariner.
Yeah, they just get up against him, you make contact, that's the thing early on. Try and get him off balance so he can't run, which, yeah, he's perfectly entitled to do that, Greer. He's looking at the ball. He's immense in the air, and I've had the pleasure of trying to mark him actually as a 16-year-old, and he was pretty formidable then. He's really grown into that size and that frame of his now. It's a free run, you are in trouble.
Ashley Barnes is the number 9 for Brighton. He is their top scorer ahead of Mikhail Smith this season. But dispossessed, and here's the number 9 at the other end, Andy Carroll. Decision's gone against him, much to the fury of player and manager.
It's got to be more subtle, though. He pushes. He just pushes out. So he gets the first one. Yeah, it's a clear foul. He's got to be cleverer than that. Jumps for the first one, does really well. As soon as the arms go out, the referee's looking right at the incident. He's going to give a foul all the time.
But also, he's better than that, isn't he? We've seen he can be deft and subtle in his Newcastle days. That was just blatant. Nothing compared to what went on with El Abd, of course, for which nothing was given.
2 falls and a submission, I think, that one.
Yes, quite. Still all square at Anfield. Johnson to Adam. Jose Enrique. Johnson. Gerrard. Oh, Carroll! Well, that is a big chance for a player of his quality. He has to hit the target there.
Yeah, should score. Away to the left-hand side of Brezovac. It's a great ball in. Picked out. Greer does well again, does get underneath him. Look at that great ball, just sat up there, begging to be hit. And he's up early, and he will be disappointed. Should score for sure. Could be a threat, though. He's done well. He's done well today. Makes himself a target. Has to keep going, though. Has to keep getting across that 6-yard box. Might have to go 10 times to get one goal. Well worth it at the end of it. Proves to be decisive.
5 goals this season, Adam Carroll. There's 3 in the Premier League. 1 here against Oldham in the 3rd round. Gerrard, Suarez lifted back to Gerrard. You could see exactly what was going to happen. The goalkeeper, who it has to be said, hasn't had a great first half, has fumbled that behind.
Just looks really casual, doesn't it? Going to take the set piece early, Liverpool.
Corner taken short, swept away near post. 1 or 2 murmurs and grumbles around Anfield. Adam. The Liverpool fans have seen this all season at home. Carroll goes down, looking for a penalty. Referee, magnificently positioned, says no.
Half looked like the defender just slipped into him, and I think it's El Abd again.
Yes, I think it was.
He struggles to look angelic at the best of times, El Abd. Andy Carroll's got to be careful because he'll be seething inside. Feels like everything's against him at the moment. Just has to concentrate on the football side of his game.
Setanta got away with a poor kick there. Dunk, not a great ball either. And their own worst enemies at times, Brighton, in this first half. They refuse to knock it long from the back on manager's orders. Well, was it a penalty?
Well, it's a clear shirt pull. I don't think the shirt pull is enough for him to go down, but again, Andre Marino will be looking at that incident, and it was the open side, so he should see the shirt pull. And we'll see an awful lot of it. Having been a centre-half, I do like to side with the defenders, but once you pull a shirt, that's a foul for sure. A physical contact can be either way, but once you pull in a shirt, that's a clear foul for me.
Wouldn't be surprised if the referee has just made a mental note that that's one I could have given. Save that one up for later use, maybe. Not that I'm saying that's how referees operate.
It is.
Suarez. Johnson. Away by Dunk. Enrique against Buckley. Passed in too easily. Carroll the target again. 2 go up with him. All the way through towards Suarez, who completely misses the ball in front of the Brighton fans.
That's what he should do. He shows a great will. Shouldn't get this ball. Takes a forearm from El Abd again. That'll be a great tussle, that one. Sure there's every chance El Abd following down the tunnel into his own dressing room as well. But they have to learn. They have to learn to be physical with him. Players will work on that. Know that he might be a bit fiery as well. Try and provoke him. Learning curve for Carroll. Pressures of playing for a big club, dealing with that price tag.
Grid cuts. There's a poor pass straight to Gerrard. Well, again, impatience from the Liverpool fans. Henderson. Down it. That's the 2 wide players. Look how narrow they are. Charlie Adam with a foul on Barnes.
Yeah, he has trodden on him as well. Picking him up, Barnes gives him the benefit of the doubt, but I think he can probably miss him here as he goes down. Be interesting to see in slow motion. Yeah, he knows what he's doing there. Charlie Adam doesn't need to step on him at that point. Didn't really particularly stamp down in his defence, but he certainly doesn't need to tread on him.
All these little things, just little measures of the frustration being felt by Liverpool here.
Yeah, they've been sloppy, sorry. They've been sloppy at times, haven't they, since Brighton got back into it, passing the ball poorly in the middle of midfield.
Buckley. Calderon in a very good position. That's over Vokes, doesn't reach Loa.
I think that's the frustrations from the fans. They see the team go a bit flat. Started well, got the goal. The best Liverpool sides go on and destroy sides like Brighton, and at that point won 5-0 comfortably. It just hasn't happened. It hasn't looked that way since the goal for Brighton.
Fascinating to see Poyet alongside Maurizio Taricco. Poyet not even wearing a coat. Taricco huddled inside numerous layers and hats and thermals and goodness knows what else. Always known as a bit of a hard man, wasn't he, Taricco? Played quite a few times as well this season. As he approaches 40. Here's El Abd. Loa, scorer of that superb free kick for Brighton. Centres off the head of Gerrard. Now Johnson. Adam, and screaming for Liverpool to get it forward, and here's Stuart Downing, who's been the outlet for most of the first half. Dunk away.
I mentioned that statistic, and he's hit defenders 3 times with his crosses, haven't put them into the box, but again, I do like the fact that he tries to cross the ball early. He has to put the ball in, encourage the forwards to get in there. It does make it tough to defend for centre-backs when you're running towards your own goal. The ball's coming in with pace.
Suarez. That's a good ball back to Henderson, but the control from Jordan Henderson wasn't great, and then he fouled his man for good measure. Barnes again.
Yeah, that's the frustration that I'm talking about. It's a great ball into him. Liverpool players over the years have to have the quality to be able to cope with balls like that. Sometimes when teams are sat in, Brighton have been okay. They haven't been particularly overly defensive. Sometimes when teams are sat in, you get that opportunity, take a good touch out of your feet and score from 20 yards. That can be the difference. And Henderson as well, struggling to win people over here at Anfield.
Well, Barnes is playing kind of in behind Vokes, but most of the time he is just a third holding midfielder in this first half. That is the frustration for Liverpool, having to pick a way through. The way the match started, you would not have envisaged this after 40 minutes. Buckley. Well, Enrique did well. He's definitely won that battle so far in this half. Buckley again. Brighton will quite happily have the ball up here. Inigo Calderon with the throw. Lifted in towards Calderon, who guides down the header. And the strike was from El Abd. 5 minutes to half-time. Suarez against Dunk. Henderson. Gerrard. Another great ball in. Well, Carroll's gone down too easily there.
Yeah, so he's going to have to change. He knows he's not going to get... He'll go and talk to the ref, but he's not going to get these decisions. So what he has to do is pull off the shoulder, get away from the defender, get into an area where he's tough to mark and get on the run. Take a chance by being on the run so you can then launch yourself up. Once you're stood against big centre-halves, it's very tough. He's never going to get a penalty in those circumstances.
There's a shake of the head there from Kenny Dalglish, but he would want his defenders to defend the way that these two are in the first half. Greer and Dunk have been excellent.
Carroll, he has to come off the blind side. Once he's coming off the blind side of the defender on the move, that gives the defender a real problem. Once he can see him in his eye line, can get up against it, it's very tough to jump then and direct a header with any sort of power.
Oluwala with some fabulous trickery. Away from Glenn Johnson. He's still going to the byline. Side netting, and he could have pulled it back. There were options in the middle.
Should be pulling it back. Should be. Jamie Carragher does well. Shepherds him down the line. Just about gets a challenge in. First time he's really skinned his full back there.
Adam Downing. Well, this time it will be a free kick. And the defender Calderon is saying, I shouldn't have to get out of the way there. Did he move into Downing?
I think he's saying he gets enough of the ball, but he doesn't. Good decision from Andre Mariner. I think Gus Poyet will just be a little bit disappointed with how quickly they're able to find Downing down this left-hand side. It's certainly been the source of most of the attacks down the left-hand side. And the ball just gets switched to him a little bit too quickly at the moment. Calderon not the quickest either. Certainly an area that Liverpool will feel they can exploit.
Very close to the penalty area, wasn't it, the challenge? Bersavan wants a three-man wall, and he's got it. Gerrard over the ball. What's he got up his sleeve here? Maybe contemplating a direct hit. Not Bersavan's goal. Certainly is, and tipped over by the big Slovak.
Well, it's a tricky one because he shouldn't be scoring with a direct shot. Actually, it's fairly comfortable for the goalkeeper. Certainly someone of his height. Maybe just whipping the ball across the 6-yard box might be the better option there.
Corner number 6 for Liverpool. Brighton have really struggled with these. Charlie Adam with this one. Again, no catching from Brezovan. Players down in the penalty area. Brezovan makes the save. Oh, and then it's not off the line. Glenn Johnson got the header in. The goal is allowed to stand even though there were bodies down in the penalty area. It's
I think it's an own goal in the end. As the headers, as the ball comes back off the line.
It's Bridcut, isn't it? Number 26, who turns this in after the clearance off the line from Vokes. OG.
A real melee. Once again, El Abd and Carroll doing their thing. Good header from Johnson. And then really unfortunate. Big turning point right before half-time as well. Certainly changes the team talks of both managers.
Well, it's another goal from a corner, which will be so disappointing for Gus Poyet.
Maybe relief Kenny as well. I think on balance of play, Liverpool feel they deserve to be ahead. They have been sloppy since they allowed Brighton back into the game.
Suarez turns, gets the free kick. Key moments these for Brighton. They can't afford to concede again.
This is a dangerous one as well, because the ball can be whipped in here. Charlie Adam should be whipping this goal bound, aiming for that far post. Just the slightest deflection. Just looking to his captain for some guidance. Brighton have to be strong. Big moment this last minute of the half.
Here is the 1 minute of stoppage time, and here is a free kick for Liverpool. In front of the Brighton fans. You must wince every time the ball goes into their box. Gerrard with it. And a catch from Brezovan, a rare one in this first half.
A little bit surprised it was Gerrard that took the set piece in the end. You think Adam really, he can almost have a shot from there, and as I say, it's difficult for a goalkeeper because he's looking at bodies flying across him.
Good leap by Vokes. He's got it back again, Sam Vokes. Snapshot straight at Reina.
He's just stretching for it, can't get any power in the shot at all. So you've got to trouble a goalkeeper of the stature of Pepe Reina. Been a good entertaining game though, nice and open.
There's still a lot of work for Liverpool to do. There is half-time and Liverpool know they're in a battle here. Kenny Dalglish's side, twice in front. Martin Skirtle inside 5 minutes with a simple goal from their first corner. Kazenga Liwa with a blistering free kick on 17 minutes to equalise, and then an own goal from the midfielder Liam Bridcut after Glenn Johnson's header had been cleared off the line by Sam Vokes. It's all to play for at Anfield. Half-time, Liverpool 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Chelsea.
Live SPL continues this weekend on Setanta Sports. On Saturday night, it's to Paisley, with St Mirren welcoming Aberdeen. And on Sunday night, Rangers hope to put their recent troubles behind them as they take on Inverness. Live SPL this weekend on Setanta Sports. Experience the flair and the passion of South American football on Setanta Sports with live and exclusive coverage of the Argentine Primera Division. Watch 2 exciting and unpredictable matches from every round, featuring some of South America's footballing champions, including Boca Juniors. Plus, follow the season-long Apertura and Clausura tournaments. The Argentine Primera Division, live and exclusive on Setanta Sports. Watch Euro 2012 live this June on Setanta Sports.
Welcome back to a packed Anfield. So far so good for Liverpool, not necessarily entirely convincing, but they do have their noses in front, courtesy of that Liam Bridcut own goal just before half-time. You certainly wouldn't rule out Brighton scoring again. Liverpool will feel they need a third. Brighton are about to make a change as the second half gets underway. Will Buckley, we believe, is going off here after a fairly disappointing first half. Didn't play in midweek because of injury. Passed a fitness test today, but hasn't quite looked at his best. And it's Liverpool boy, Craig Noon. Great story because he helped to fit the roof on Steven Gerrard's new extension, his new snooker room. And now he's playing against him in the midfield at Brighton. Only in the FA Cup. – 2-1 Liverpool lead. 2 goals conceded by Brighton from corner kicks. Both of them soft. Liverpool also conceding from a set piece from Liwa. Here's confirmation of that change. Fair to say, Matt, that Will Buckley wasn't at his best in that first half.
No, I know he'd missed the midweek game as well. I think Gus had been talking about him having a tight hamstring. He just didn't look like he had his normal fluid movement. He's normally a real threat in this Brighton team, coming in off the line, plays both flanks well, but he just didn't really get himself going today at all. Got no change at all out of Enrique, right side position. Noon, subject of a big bid from Cardiff, so he'll be feeling pretty good about himself at the moment.
Released by Liverpool at the age of 11, Craig Noon. Hit the bar in midweek in that draw with Millwall. Offers a different type of threat. Now Suarez, Carroll, Adam. Well, curious ball from Charlie Adam, right behind Glenn Johnson.
He's looking to shoot. That was his first instinct. The ball never really sat for him. They're the bits that are a bit frustrating from Liverpool. They haven't been tidy enough in possession, haven't passed it well enough in the middle of the park. Play from Brighton take the ball out of his feet.
Forward by Calderon. A little layoff from Vokes. Forward by Elabt, cleared by Johnson. Here's Suarez, who can be so difficult to pick up in the position he plays. Adam on the outside. Ricochets off Elabt for a corner. Hearts and mouths time again for the travelling fans. Taken quickly by Adam to Suarez. Johnson. Well, he is quite capable of netting with his left foot from there, but not this time.
He doesn't get the ball to curl. Again, it's sharp, Liverpool on the set pieces. Brighton haven't switched on to them. They just seem to not react when the ball is dead. Allow short corners to be taken. Don't get enough players out. I think Gus will be slightly disappointed with how his team performed in that first half. Never really passed it as he would wish them to do. Obviously tough to do, playing one of the best teams they'll ever come up against. Tough to impose your will on a team like Liverpool. But I think he'll still be a little bit frustrated, Gus.
Carroll, Gerrard, Suarez. Gerrard was fouled, referee plays advantage. Henderson, Suarez, brilliant, but not the finish.
And I don't quite know how he's chipping Brezovan. This was a quite poor challenge on Gerrard. I'm pleased to say he's picked himself up okay. It was really a fly hack as he ran away, as he broke. Good advantage played by Andre Marin. It'd be interesting to see, because the ball hasn't gone dead yet, whether he will go back to take any sort of action.
Skirtle with a massive header. Same from Dunk. Noon. Oh, not a bad ball, but the flag is up straight away against Vokes. Shouldn't really be offside there.
And Noon does well. He takes the ball away, plays a blind pass with his left foot as well, breaking with pace through the middle of the park. And Vokes should know better. Sometimes when you struggle just for that extra yard of pace, you gamble. You should be smart and savvy enough there.
Johnson. Well, the referee is going to give the free kick as the player goes down. Just a little clip of the heels, was it? Liverpool didn't like the decision anyway. Dunk to Lualua. That's a good pick out. Vokes. That wasn't quite such a good one, but it's picked up by Redcuts. Now Calderon. Showing a bit more ambition here. Brighton, cleared by Skirtle. They better go out for a throw. It's actually a Liverpool ball taken by Downing. Suarez. Adam. Ball just bounced straight off Lualua. He knows there's still work to do here. Kenny Dalglish.
Yes, in this game and in the rebuilding of this Liverpool side, certainly made a difference to them compared to last season. They still won't feel that the balance is quite right in this team yet. Still very much an ongoing project for Kenny Dalglish.
On by Suarez, and was Downing fouled as he tried to get on the end of it?
Yes,
the referee thought not.
Yes, he certainly was. It was a good play again. Suarez has done that well today. Linked the play up well, sort of 40 yards out from goal.
Here they come again with Downing. Up towards Carroll, away by Dunk. Cleared as far as Gerrard, and there's a little flick just wide from Henderson.
Can't quite sort his feet out. Again, Gerrard would be slightly disappointed he's not hitting the target. Enrique does well. Puts up a lovely ball, but Gerrard would be expecting to be hitting the target from here.
Well, this was what Navarro was pulled up for, and he has been cautioned. You wondered if he would be, Matt, and there's your answer.
And it's actually good refereeing because it's a poor challenge. Sometimes players are saved when the play goes on for an awful long time. So Andre Marino's done well there, made the right decision for sure. It was a poor challenge on Steven Gerrard.
Bria. Navarro. Elapt. Fascinatingly poised.
When Brighton were playing Newcastle in the last round, they passed the ball for sustained length of time. You know, they would have 15, 20 passes at a time in a game, go from side to side across the pitch. Now they were playing at home in that game. They haven't done that. They haven't shown that real quality to be able to slow the pace and play at their pace in this game.
The ball by Greer towards Barnes. He couldn't keep the ball. Suarez. Henderson. Here comes Brezovan. Oh, that's awful. And then was that handball? Well, Suarez should have made it 3-1 there, but the defender denied him. They were looking for a penalty. What was Brezovan doing, by the way?
He's just looked too casual all afternoon. Really has. He makes a decent decision to come, but a horrible fly kick. But why does Suarez then give up on the ball? It looks like he should have a tap-in, even if it was or wasn't the handball.
Another madcap incident in this game. Lualua thinks he was fouled by Johnson. Referee doesn't think so. Suarez. Gerrard. Premier League club that thinks they're going to have it easy against lower league opposition at this stage of the FA Cup. Think again. Chelsea found that out. And Spurs. Work to do for both of them. Norwich, of course, yesterday, beaten by Leicester. And Brighton will keep fighting here, that's for sure. Still very much in this cup tie. Henderson, off Elapt. Well, first to every second ball at the moment, Liverpool. Adam, looking for the killer third goal, Henderson. Could have run with the ball there, but opted to play it in early. Skirtle, that's brilliantly done for Downing. Going for goal, beaten away by Brezovan. Opted to punch, not catch.
It's a great strike, but I think he's got to try and be catching this. It has to be his first thought. The ball's coming straight towards him. Can't get out of the half at the moment, Brighton. Probably the most pressure they've been.
Gerrard. Lay off by Carroll. Henderson. Another one from range. This time he does catch.
And this has slowed the game. Rolls up earlier. It's the situation. See if it is handball. Right, clearly off Greer's foot. Actually, the ball did go backwards from Suarez. I thought it was one he could have chased down, but didn't. Okay, Brezovan, a strange decision.
Pepe Reina with enough time. Carroll. Well seen by Bridcuts. Keen to make amends for his own goal. That comes down it. Well played, Stuart Downing.
And he knows his team are still in this, shouldn't come back into the game. Liverpool should be good enough to see it out from here. And he can enjoy it. He's had a good season so far. It is the cup, so you're not playing for those all-important 3 points. Taken well to the character that's required from management, hasn't he? Cut a decent figure on the touchline. Got his team playing well.
Carroll to Gerrard. Oh, Downing, that's brilliant. Carroll! 3-1 Liverpool in front of the Kop. And that could well be the goal that sees Kenny Dalglish's side through to the quarter-finals.
Finally they connect with each other. It's been a good supply line for Liverpool all afternoon down that left-hand side. They do find it for the first time. The ball just gets played back into a dangerous situation. Good play, skips away Downing, 12 yards out. Great finish for Carroll. Good for Kenny as well. Put a lot of faith in these front two, but he doesn't look Downing that time. Backs his centre forward to be in the right area. It's a fine finish from Carroll.
2 goals in 2 FA Cup starts this season for Andy Carroll, his 6th of the campaign. A goal he badly needed after that frustrating first half display. A tough one to take for Brighton. Calderon. Oh, that's looking for Vokes. What an important header that was. And Jamie Carragher. Lualua still alive. Oh, in front of 3 on-rushing Brighton players.
Another chance at the far post. Might be Noon, I think, who stood waiting to take the touch and can't get on it. Carragher does very well. Looks like he's not favoured to make the head up. He's all his experience just to stretch that neck. It's a very good header. Invokes and pulled off onto his shoulder. Brighton really do have to chase this game now, though.
Henderson with a sloppy one. But Suarez picks up the loose ball. It rather ricocheted off Calderon favourably for Liverpool. Here's Suarez. Henderson forced wide and not able to dig out the cross.
It's an apology from Suarez. Dangerous now because Suarez is happy to come off. He's been an excellent link between midfield and attack. A while that caused the initial problems. They broke quickly, Liverpool. They're going to pour forward now. Certainly confidence flowing through them.
Liverpool haven't reached the quarter-final since they last won the tournament in 2006. Odds on to do that right now. A home tie with Stoke City awaits if they can see this out. Folks just knocking it back to Navarro. Comes to Lualua. Seems to be enjoying himself against Glenn Johnson. Great pullback as well. Skirtle wasn't sure where that was going. But here's the counter with Gerrard powering through the heart of the Brighton back line. And on for Downing. Oh, the layoff was disappointing, having done all the hard work.
He does so well, he even comes aside now. Well done, Carroll, as well. That's what Liverpool like to see. The players giving everything, getting back for his skipper. But he does well, Gerrard, because he cuts infield, takes the defender out of the equation, and then really not like him as well. Expect him to have the quality to slide Downing in.
They're fired up here now, Liverpool. Gerrard looking for Glenn Johnson. Breaks kindly for Luis Suarez. A combination of Lualua and El Abd getting it away. An hour gone. And it's a little bit of damage limitation here for Brighton at the moment.
Do feel they could get swamped, Gary, don't you? Certainly Liverpool full of confidence, passing the ball now. Just imagine Gus will be feeling like he has to make another change. Won't want his side to get humiliated.
Suarez, superbly done. Great block by Dunk.
It's been great, Suarez. So good in tight areas. Really impressed with him.
Noon. Red cuts. Holden played ever so well here in the third round. 5-1 really flattered Liverpool that day, but they did score 5. Navarro. Wide by Bridcut to Adam El Abd. They need to start taking a few risks if they're going to haul themselves back into this tie. Lualua off Gerrard. Greer to Dunk.
Struggled to really fashion themselves a chance, haven't they, Brighton? They had too many clear-cut opportunities. struggled territorially, haven't really threatened the final third of Liverpool, certainly not wide, been no service into Vokes from the flanks at all.
Lads. Red cut looking for Lua, who has looked the big danger man, the man from Congo. Johnson's had his work cut out with him as well.
I'd say Lua's won the battle, certainly when they've been faced up one-on-one. Steven Gerrard comes across to help him out there, but when he's been faced up one-on-one, probably been the best line of attack.
1 + 1 + 1 equals 3. We need 2 more. Suarez. Very nearly finding a way through. Here's Barnes for Brighton. Out to Noon, put in from Enrique. And they up it through the gears like this. Liverpool at home, they're irresistible. Henderson. Gerrard. Looking for Carroll. Reservan did quite well in the end.
Yeah, he did really well, but again for Carroll. And he's getting a bit of a turn off from Greer. He doesn't feel he should have come, but Carroll, brave, throwing his head. He's certainly not favourite to win the header. Doesn't care, though, single-minded. Wants to attack every ball in the air. But I like the way that they've mixed it up, Liverpool, today. They've played mostly short, the game that you would expect them to play with the quality that they have. And the balls, when they've gone into the box, have not been the long, hopeful punts, straight punts. They've been well-fashioned crosses.
Brighton unbeaten in 2012 up to today. 1-6 and drawn 4 of their last 10 in all competitions. They have to go some to keep that run going. Suarez. Space for Jordan Henderson here. Yep, comes through to Downing.
A bit ambitious. I think he's probably really trying to strike this across goal, Downing, sort of through the near post. Ambitious, he's looking to score from there.
A player who really should score more goals than he actually does. That one outstanding goal scoring season before his move here.
He's good for Liverpool, though, in this formation. Gives them a natural width.
Well, Downing cross, Carroll goal. That's exactly what Kenny Dalglish would have dreamed of. That's what he wanted when he bought those players.
He might have felt it would be a header rather than the finish it was from Carroll, and an excellent finish it was.
And forward by Greer. Pepe Reina with a punch that got more height than distance. Vokes trying to put the pressure on Johnson. Adam. Oh, dreaded square ball along the 18-yard line. Liverpool get away with it.
Pepe Reina, I think, just trying to get himself involved in the game. And this is the sloppiness they need to cut out, Liverpool, because better teams will punish them in this sort of area.
There's one back by Vokes, and this is Noon. Charlie Adam up there to help out his defence. Gerrard. Carroll. Suarez. Hooked up in the air by Dunk. Foul by Carroll. A decision with which he does not agree.
But he's got to be cuter, he's got to be cleverer, because referees are going, because of his size, are going to give fouls against him. And when he's got a defender under some pressure, that's not an easy situation for the defender to deal with. He just kind of lets him off easily by making any sort of contact and giving away the cheap free kick.
Many of these Liverpool fans here today would have seen their side lose to Barnsley 2008, that Brian Howard goal, and also to Reading. Shane Long scoring here just 2 years ago. It doesn't look like a repeat of those upsets here today. authors of their own downfall here. Giving the ball away. Brezovan down smartly. Navarro. Bridcut. Goal they conceded just before half-time, an absolute killer. Lualua. Dunk. Up to the skipper, Gordon Greer. I saw Craig Smith warming up just now. He's going to be coming on for Brighton. Lay off by Barnes. Bridcut. Now Noon. Came on at half-time. Lining one up. Well, looks like a double change here from Gus Poyet, with Vicente Rodriguez also coming on. He's won on this ground with Valencia in the Champions League back in 2002. Sam Vokes off, and El Abd as well. And Vicente and Craig Smith, their record signing, coming on. I'm sure he would have been desperately disappointed not to have started this game.
It's certainly an interesting one. They are the record signing. It couldn't have been for lack of work rate that he's been left out of the team, because he's a real dynamo up there, chases down everything, possibly to the detriment of his scoring record, because he spends so much time hustling and harrying defensively. Folks struggled today, didn't have much service up there, possible to fashion himself a chance.
Mikhail Smith, 12 goals in 13 FA Cup starts. That's his first touch. Could Bridcut be fancying a strike here? Lualua does well to keep it in play and keep it alive. Very calmly chested off by Enrique. But he's made his move now. Gus Poyet can't do much else.
I'm sure he will feel it's a move in vain. He has to try. 20 minutes or so left. Lualua has to be the outlet, to get him as much of the ball as possible. Then comes across and forces the corner.
And if Brighton do get a goal now, and by my reckoning this is their first corner, it would certainly set up a fascinating end to the game. 20 minutes left. Lualua takes. Well, he gets great pace on those deliveries, doesn't he? It's not effectively away, but it might be now. Henderson gets to that first, and he does. Oh, it's allowed to bounce. Horrible. Gerrard. Brezovan makes the save. Initially he did anyway, but Liverpool have got a fourth, and it's a horrible mess from Brighton's point of view. Did it go in off Bridcut again? Could be a second own goal for him.
That takes some doing to score 2 own goals in a game. I mean, it is horrible. The first ball should have been dealt with way before this point. Look at the goalkeeper. Look, this just gives no confidence to the back four whatsoever. Steven Gerrard does well, because he chases this down, and that, unfortunately, is another own goal, because this cross from Steven Gerrard is not on target. Definitely the flight of the ball, the direction of the ball is changed by the unfortunate Liam Bridcut.
The day I scored twice at Anfield, sadly in the wrong net. That seals it. Liverpool through to the quarter-finals. Both times Bridcut has just been there to help out his defenders, and unfortunately for him, he's managed to get a telling touch on both occasions.
They've conceded some poor goals, Brighton. Haven't been clever at all. Set pieces, they struggle. The open play, the straight balls down the middle should be dealt with much better. Brezovan not particularly inspired, too much confidence.
just after Gus Poyet had made his double change. Rather devastating from Brighton's point of view. Good cut, what a hat-trick of sorts.
I presume it's been done at some point in history, but won't be too many.
Determined to try and get one in at the right end there. Brighton have had precious few shots, particularly in this second half. That was the save from Brezovan. It came back to Gerrard at an impossible angle. That is definitely an OG. Rodriguez fit again, and poised to enter the fray by the looks of things. Just what Brighton wanted to see. Hasn't played since the fourth round win over Manchester United because of a foot injury. Carroll. Oh, great ball in. Kind of service. Unfortunately for him, this time he was providing it. Glenn Johnson was in the middle.
Especially as he crossed it with his right foot as well. I'm sure we'll get that one onto DVD. Pass round to all his teammates. This is what I require. Thank you very much.
Gerrard. Liverpool can enjoy themselves now. Adam. Downing. Nice. It's not to have a shot this time. Suarez. Gerrard. Suarez. Brezovan. Oh, it's at another own goal. Oh, a catastrophe. It's dunked this time. A third own goal. Can you believe it?
And he doesn't deserve this because he's been good today. Takes a great first touch. It's the second one that gets him into trouble. Again, goalkeeper coming into a really difficult area, and it's a tough one for the referee's assistant to give this because Dunk is also blocking the view. That's a guess for me as to whether that's crossed the line. When you're looking at that from the touchline, that's one that in front of the cop. We'll see. We might get just a little view here of the position of the assistant referee. Maybe not in the wide shot.
You don't want to do that in front of the cop when you're 4-1 down. Make that 5-1 now. We want 6 is the baying cry from the unforgiving Liverpool fans.
15 minutes or so to go, they may well get it.
Lua. Double change coming here for Liverpool. Dirk Kuyt also stripped up and ready to go alongside Maxi Rodriguez. Downing is going to be coming off. Well, triple change. Jonjo Shelvey is going to be coming on. So Stuart Downing, he supplied the cross for Andy Carroll's goal. He's had a good game. He's the first player off. Nice position Kenny Dalglish finds himself in here. He's able to make a triple sub. Maxi Rodriguez making his first appearance since round 4. Steven Gerrard also making way. Not sure if he's thanking Craig Noon for helping fit his roof on the way off the field. I'll certainly enjoy a game of snooker later on the back of this. Jonjo Shelvey is the player that comes on. Henderson, the third and final player off. Dirk Kuyt, who scored at the Amex Stadium in the League Cup earlier this season. Although goals have been in short supply for Dirk Kuyt this campaign, just 3 of them, 1 in the league, 1 in the FA Cup, 1 in the League Cup.
And a nice luxury for Kenny to be able to rest his skipper. I think Downing have been very good today as well. just to rotate the squad round. Big cup final next week. Chance for that silverware. Any silverware gratefully accepted at Anfield.
Only a 6th appearance of the season for Shelby. Well beaten to it by Johnson. Noon did really well. So Lauren coming in on the far side. Enrique. Suarez will play the 90. Navarro, whose mother's house is just 100 yards or so from Anfield, due to be demolished as part of the Anfield Generation project. Given away to Suarez. Here's Carroll, beaten away by the goalkeeper, and a nervous back header from Dunk to his goalkeeper, but once again they're just gifting the ball to Liverpool in their own final third. You just can't do that.
They've been naive. They've fallen apart a little bit, Brighton, and that's the bit that'll disappoint. Their manager, Gus Poyet, made some poor decisions.
First touch for Counts. Just over the head of Andy Carroll.
Just doesn't quite have the pace, Andy Carroll, to get away. Get a bit closer to the goal, strikes the ball well enough with his left foot. He can be pleased with his overall contribution. I think he's linked up well with Suarez. He's been a good target man. Got himself an all-important goal, take a bit of pressure off himself. Means the manager doesn't have to answer questions about him for another week.
Well, fair play to them. Making a long journey from the south coast in their thousands. Their focus now is to go all out to try and get one of the 4 playoff places in the Championship. Suarez, here's a chance for Count, and he's gone down. Referee really had no option but to give the penalty with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, he should send the player off as well. I don't think he will. I think it could be the sympathy vote at 5-1. But he's going to score, and he's certainly going to shoot on target, Kite.
Was it Noon tracking back? Well, whoever it is, it's a chance for the Suarez show. How often Liverpool score 5 and he's not among the scorers, but he gets his chance now in front of the Kop. Suarez against Brezovan. Oh, an awful penalty, and then another save from Brezovan with 3 Liverpool players looking for a tap-in. Oh, that was a shocker of a spot kick.
He just waits for the goalkeeper to move. When he goes that way, he puts it that way anyway, and then he looks almost paralysed, Brezovan, and he's on the floor.
8th Liverpool corner off the bar from Couch. Well, it could have been double figures.
They've been poor, Brighton, really have been poor, outclassed. I've struggled all afternoon. This is, that's so naive. It just comes off the line to make the head up. Haven't dealt with the set pieces at all day.
I think that's what will frustrate those Poyet. Liverpool really haven't had to work for their goals. Most of them have been gifts. The Andy Carroll goal, the only decent one, really. Suarez. Guilty of that awful penalty. Deflected. Dunk happy to head it behind for another corner to defend.
Just needs to hear the final whistle now, Brighton. Put this one down to experience and move on. It's fine when you're encouraged to play a certain way, but you have to show some resilience. You're going to go away to the biggest teams in the country and get something. You've got to show something more than just a will to pass the ball.
9th corner, Adam takes. Played by Calderon. There's Shelby back in. Couch trying to improvise. The next day for this man as well, Peter Brezovan. If you were seeing him for the first time, you would have mixed views. That was an awkward long ball for Skirtle. And Michael Smith putting the pressure on. Corner to Brighton.
We talk about how they like to pass the ball, but one big diagonal, and suddenly all the pressure is relieved from them, and they force a set piece as well. That's why I talk about having some sort of purpose. You have to know why you're playing to a certain pattern of play.
Poor short corner. That's blocked by Kaus. There's Lualawa. Oh, lovely skill. Skirtle away. Carroll. Skirtle. Shelby did well. That's New tracking back. A little bit casual from Liverpool's perspective. Ball played in by Vicente Rodriguez. Barnes with the ball inside Michael Smith. Fair to say, it hasn't been Brighton's day. Good cuts. Barnes, Vicente. Spaniard did well there, but Liverpool have cleared it. Shelby. Adam. Suarez. Alarm bells ringing for Brighton again. A chance. They're queuing up. Carroll, and Suarez gets his goal. Having just missed the penalty, he's on hand to nod home Andy Carroll's header, and it's 6 of the best from Liverpool.
Pouring forward in numbers, Liverpool. Good quality, good desire as well. Enrique does well. Suarez picks him out. Good desire from Enrique. Doesn't have to make that run. Ball gets stood up really nicely. Carroll's so strong, and that's where I talk about him getting on the move. Impossible to defend. He's pulled off onto a dangerous area. Dunk can't get anywhere near him. Suarez benefits with the knockback. It's that space, just a yard of space that he needs to find, Carroll.
And the two men linking up brilliantly. No wonder there's a smile on the face of Kenny Dalglish. An emphatic scoreline, which in no way flatters Liverpool. I have to say, Brighton have been desperately disappointing at the back.
Well, you attack and defend as a team, and you've done neither very well today.
Here's Noon. This thing that gave away the penalty. There's an apology of a penalty, really, from Suarez. Still, Brighton are pressing. The strike is well wide in the end. Pepe Reina happy to see that one flying miles wide of his post from Vicente.
It's the first time they've got between the lines of midfielders and defenders for Liverpool. Good pass. Too little, far too late for Brighton. They're going to have to recover from this, because this will dent them. The manager will have to take some pressure off them. Need to get back to the best form they can in the league.
Liverpool fans have been waiting a long time for their team to score some goals at home. In this manner, Andy Carroll amongst those goals today. Suarez as well. Really, the tone was set from the very first minutes. Liverpool Liverpool seemed determined to boss this one right from the off, and they did. Enrique found himself dispossessed, won back by Shelby. Free kick to Liverpool. Taken quickly, Suarez in behind here, so easy. They may get a second chance to play it in. Oh, to the byline. Cleared by Noon, it's Adam Johnson. They've got a man down here, Brighton. It's the hapless Bridcut, and a day to forget.
It's been a tough one for him and for his teammates. He's taking a knee in the small of the back, but that doesn't make for pretty reading. We'll have to find a way to translate this cup form into their league form as well. Pursuit of fourth place, so important to them in the Premier League. In the cup final, can't be too distracted.
They're still very much in the hunt for fourth, but of course they have got the League Cup final against Cardiff coming up at Wembley next weekend. I have to say, Milky Mackay will be watching this. A fellow Championship side getting absolutely stuffed, and I'm thinking we're going to have to play an awful lot better than this to pull off a shock at Wembley. What a leap that was by Carroll.
That's where I talk about. It's impossible to defend him at that point. Absolutely impossible. He's a little bit square in the shoulders, dunk at the far post. A little bit easier if you get your shoulders turned and you can run. At least you present an elbow that Carroll's looking like he's going to head, but he will find it. Listen, he's a young man. He's overcoming some injury problems. He's still a young man in the game. A lot to learn in football terms. Good to see Bridcut's finally picked himself up. This looked like it could have been a serious one when a player is down for that long. But Carroll, he will learn, but he has to learn to fashion himself a little yard or two of space, pulling off into dangerous areas. The more that they find quality into the box from the likes of Downing, the likes of Enrique, Liverpool, they will certainly get the best out of Andy Carroll.
Well, maybe an opportunity for one last hurrah from the home side. The result hasn't been in doubt for a long, long time in this game. As convincing a victory as you could ask for, really. Enrique. Shelby. Lovely ball to Suarez. Rear on hand to clear. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Could well have been more, actually, but I think Andre Mariner has taken pity on Brighton a little bit here.
Yeah, because you could well have reduced them as well to 10 men, I think, with that penalty that Suarez missed. So he has been charitable. I actually don't mind that. He may or may not get into the trouble from the assessing point of view. I think he's been good today. He's made good decisions. Handled the game really well.
Couts. Could turn out to be a decent pass. Greer clears. Almost fell kindly for Cout there. Any sort of ball up towards that back four has looked like it's going to be a problem for Brighton all afternoon. Shelby. Oh, well, we have an idiot on the field. We have just about everything else today. Not a sight you want to see in any sense. Well, even a smile on Steve Clarke's face there. Don't see that too often.
What on earth possesses people? Absolutely ridiculous, isn't it?
Comes from a can, I think. Well, a big day for Jamie Carragher, equalling that cup record of Ian Callaghan, and a resounding victory to boot. And he hasn't put a foot wrong at the back for Liverpool. Is the referee going to call it a day?
Just drop the ball and blow the whistle.
That's it. Liverpool through to their first quarter-final for 6 years. Emphatic winners by 6-1 over Brighton and Hove Albion, who were never in this game really, despite the equaliser midway through the first half from Luar. As soon as Kenny Dalglish's side came out for the second half, there was only one team in it. 2 own goals from poor Liam Bridcut, another own goal from Lewis Dunk. Luar's free kick was an absolute beauty, but Andy Carroll scored a fine goal. Luis Suarez on hand to nod home after he had missed a penalty. Dirk Kuyt hit the bar. It was chance after chance for Liverpool, and they are worthy winners. They'll be at home to Stoke here at Anfield in the quarter-finals, and will fancy their chances of a Wembley double this year. Remember, they're in the League Cup final next weekend. Full time at Anfield, it's resounding, it's emphatic. It's Liverpool 6, Brighton 1.
Live Bundesliga this weekend on Setanta Sports.